What the dilly, yo? In other words, what is up, my dudes? Yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit of a spec lot. Nothing really big. I haven't really been doing well with my spec as of late because I haven't been going to shows. So I haven't looked at the books that I've been buying, because I've been buying on eBay and on YouTube auctions. And the quality of the books hasn't been what I'm used to, even from YouTube auctions. After we go over some of these spec books, we're going to go over my worst, productivity-wise, my worst 25 book pre-screen from CGC. Just came back. Actually, these books went out to Impressive Comics first. They were some project books here, okay? But they were pretty decent books. So I didn't think I was only going to get 9 of them back in 9/8, but them's the works. But the content that's in here is not so bad. So even though it was horrible as far as submission-wise and the amount that came back, worst ever, monetarily it's not going to be that bad. All right, let's go over the first batch. So I bought these from Sands. Sands said that they were candidates. However, the only candidate that I found so far is this one. This is Spiderman number 26. And nothing really significant happens in this issue, but it is a newsstand, and it's one of those hologram issues. In a newsstand, this could probably go for maybe $150, I would say. At the most $200, but I would say probably $150. I might need that to come back at a 9/8 because we paid for that lot $103. That's one of the very few times that I paid with my credit card. Okay, because yeah, I didn't have the funds at the time, so I paid with the credit card. Keep telling you guys, look, try not to go on credit when you're speccing. Try not to. I broke my own rules, and I've been doing that lately. Only because some of these prices, especially nowadays that you're getting on some of these books, are really low. So sometimes I feel like it's the time to buy right now, even though even though I can't see the books first. This one would have been nice to get in a 9.8, but it's not going to be. See the hologram, and it also has some color breaking ticks in the front and in the back, especially in the back. This one looks like a 9.8 from the front, but the back is not a 9.8. Back is it's not looking good. And then this one actually looks pretty decent, and even if this comes back at a 9.4, or I mean, it's a possibility. Could it be a 9.6? 9.6 is an automatic win. But even a 9.4 would be good, but this is the only thing that worries me about it. This is pretty common in this issue, where the hologram, these issues actually say, the holograms didn't, forge well with the covers there. And it might need a press, because it does have one little thing right there. You see that, where it pops up just a little bit? Not color breaking or anything, but I might send this one out to Mr. Kendra, get it pressed, and we'll take a chance on that. All right, so these two these two may have shots. Maybe. I doubt this one though. But they're going to be going into the Spec Project, solid Spec Project, because I only paid $103 for them. With the grading, it's going to be significantly more. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these two. All right, there's something with this issue I wanted to show you guys. A lot of people claim this is the first appearance of Spiderman 2099. If you look at the date here, it says November. Now, I don't remember which one came out first. I got these off of the newsstand. Not these, but I have my own batch in my PC that I got off of the newsstand. But I don't remember which one was the one that came out first. I'm almost positive it was this one. Now, this one is dated as August. This is 1992, okay? This one is dated as November. However, CGC has the date for this as July. And I don't know why that is. I think that might be a mistake by CGC. So a lot of people think that this is the first appearance of Spidey 2099. I don't believe that is correct. Either way, though, this is the most desirable no matter what, and I'll show you guys why in a second. Matter of fact, let's look at the inside of this. Alright, this is what you see in the centerfold of Web of Spider-Man number 90. So a lot of people believe that this is the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 because of this, and because CGC dates this as July rather than November as it claims on the cover. Look, this is one of the reasons why I'm claiming that it won't be a 9/8. See that? It's got, first of all, it needs a press for sure to get, even from the inside you could see that crease. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, so let's close that baby up. Alright, but this is from November, dated. When you look at your books, especially these type of books, always look at the back. Look at those spines, because a lot of times that's where you're going to find the faults, and it's right there. And if you go in the back, where was it? Right there, you see that? Boom, you can see it clearly right there. Yeah, this won't be a 9/8 for sure. Sometimes they'll let stuff like this, like blunt corners on these type of books, might let that slide. Also, it's got some soiling here. See, look at that. See that? It's a shame, because this would have been nice as a newsstand. Would have been nice. Also, it's got some issues on the hologram, though minor, but still issues. So I don't know, I might sell that raw. This one has similar issues in the back only though, but not in the front. The front actually looks pretty nice on this one. I don't know, might get this one pressed, maybe. And of course, you guys already know what's inside of this one. So instead of that poster, which is one image of Spider-Man 2099, this one has like a 3 or 4 page part of the story of Spider-Man 2099. This is why this is considered the first appearance. I say, here's a book that I always found like really cool. Real cool cover. This is a Clayton Crane cover. Sand sent me 2 more goodies. I think these were extras actually, because I'm pretty sure that my auction was only for this one. But Yeah, it has some discoloring in the back, so I don't know how they're going to grade that, but it does not need a press, this one. So this one I'm just going to send in and see what I get from it. That one I only paid 49 bucks for, you know, he sent me the 3, so yeah, hope for the best on this one. Number 218, Punisher 218. And then this one was a huge disappointment because I was really psyched about this. I was hoping, he said this was a candidate, and I'm pretty sure that he just looked at the cover. I'm positive he never took it out. I'm going to take it out and I'll show you guys this. Alright, this is why it's so important that people look at these books and inspect them really well. You see that crease? That goes all the way through the top. Okay. You have like little issues here, there, and in the back. See that? Goes straight through the back. The good thing though is that a really good press might take care of that. And I know just the guy, of course. So that is the good thing. So it's still a nice looking book. Now, I've mentioned this to you guys multiple times. Amadeus Cho is one of the most annoying characters in Marvel history to me. But he does have a fan base. As much as I hate the Young Avengers, hate's a strong word. As much as I hate the Young Avengers, if I find it at a good price, guess what? I'm going to buy it because, like I tell you, I think people are still going to promote these guys. I have no intention of keeping Amadeus Cho. Zero. Okay? But I have every intention of selling it. So the only problem is I think I was hoping that this would be a 9.6 or higher, right? I have really good rapport with Sans, really well. Most of the books that he sends me are 9.8s, most of them, or right there, bordering a 9.8. So whenever I bid on his auctions, I usually bid, and if he says is a candidate, I usually bid around the 9.4 to 9.6 area. You know, this one was no exception. I bid for this at 386 with 25 cents. Also used the credit card on that one. That's pretty high. All right, this is how you can tell that a character is established and how good the book really is. Okay, all right. Take a book like the Blue Marvel. A 9.6 in the Blue Marvel goes for around $900 to $1,000. 9.6. I mean, yeah, you could probably see it go for $700 to $800 also, but you put it out for $900, it's going to sell. The 9.8, it'll sell for $2,000. You leave it out there for you know, a certain number of time, it'll sell at $2,000, no doubt about it. Okay, this book is a $2,000 book in a 9.8, but in a 9.6, it's only around a $400 to a $600 book, and in a 9.4, is between $300 to $400 on the high end on a 9.4. Where the Blue Marvel and the 9.4, I just sold one for $700. No, actually it was a 9.2 that I sold. No, hold on, was it a 9.2 or 9? No, it was a 9.4 I sold for $700. 9.4, and the 9.8 goes for about the same, right? Something's Killing the Children #1 cover A goes for between $700 and $1,000 for a 9.8, because it's on a it's actually took a little bit of a dive, right? So I would say between $700 and $1,000 is a good price for a cover A. Something's Killing the Children #1. The 9.6 though still commands between $400 and $500, and even the 9.4 is around $300 book. And if you notice the difference, right? So you're the 9.6 for Something's Killing the Children, I would say half of the 9.8. The Blue Marvel, half of the 9.8 is the 9.6. This one, probably 1/3, maybe even less than 1/3 for the 9.6 to the 9.8. Now that doesn't mean that that won't change. Maybe they get a great actor that plays Cho. Maybe they get a great. You'll have to have a great writer to not make this guy as annoying as he is, right? But is it possible that I might grow to like this douche? I don't think so. I don't think there's a possibility that they can write him well enough for me. Let's see if we can find this douchey bastard. And here we have him. First story of the book. Amadeus Cho is first thing that we see in this book. So it's a good first appearance, you know. Here's his, he doesn't have any powers. He's just like supposed to be super smart. Everything that he sees is like an equation. I don't even think that Greg Pak knows what the hell he's writing when he's writing these equations. Look at that. He's just writing any letters and numbers. FU equals you suck 3,000 times divided by the square root of 2. Yeah, that's the way he writes. All right, here you go. Yeah, I never did like it. Look, he takes out a cop with a spitball. Then he takes out a helicopter with a mirror. Yeah, whatever, dude, is what they say. It'll be sold. It'll be sold once it comes back. Hopefully, it'll come back higher than a 9.4 once it's pressed. I mean, cross my fingers that it comes back at a 9.8, but it does need a lot of work, and Kendra's gonna have his work. Yeah, he's gonna have his hands full with this one. But I usually do that to him, though, and a lot of times he surprises me big time. So let's put some of these into the Spec Project. Oh, other books I picked up were these. Picked these up with some Spidey stories. Picked those up from Cane Fan Joe, $79. These were supposed to be candidates as well. The only one that might be a candidate is, was it this one or was it this one? I think it was this one, but it needs a press. Right there, you see that? You actually see it right there a little bit. Yeah, see, can't see it too well over that, but yeah, trust me, it needs a press. is it worth it though to get it pressed? This is why I need to learn to press myself, because it could save me a lot of money. So I might have this pressed by Mr. Kendra, maybe, I'm not sure. I'll have this one pressed anyway. It has, I think, like a little bit of a crease over here as well. But this one's the more coveted one. You see it right there? You could actually see that crease right there. See? So, let's see what we're going to pick for the Spec Project. Solid Spec Project. Okay. Object of this project was to find books that we can turn fast, right? Or if we're gonna hold them, not hold them for a long amount of time. So far, I think this project has been very successful because 5 books are coming back that I'm going to show you today. Now, what's going in there today are 3 lots. Okay, so it's Amazing Spider-Man 365 Newsy lot. That includes the Web 90, Spider-Man 26, and the Web 100. Paid $103. Now, Web 90 and the Web 100 are not 9(8) candidates. I have to see if it's worth it to get them pressed and sent in. Okay. Now, typically you don't want like holograms pressed because of the heat involved in the pressing. However, I've sent these kind of books to Mr. Kendra and gotten great results from him. I don't know what kind of methods that he's using, but I do intend to send the ASM 365 to him for sure. The Spider-Man 26 will be sent out as a pre-screen 9(8). And if that comes back as a 9(8), then that will pay for the lot. And then all I have to worry about is the 365 coming back and at a pretty decent grade. And then that might become all gravy. All right, Punisher Crane lot. Only $49 for that. So technically, I'll just need like a 9.4 on that to get my money back. 9.6 would be great. All right, I can make a little bit of a profit and wet my beak. And the AF-15 show. That one's a little bit heavier, okay? $386.25. That's the one that has the most upside, you could say, but it all depends on Mr. Kendra and how well he does that pressing. Obviously, all 3 of these, it's not guaranteed that I'm going to make money on them. Not a guarantee at all. All right, but yeah, they're a little bit of gambles, but out of all the books that I have here, these are the 3 that I feel the least about, especially that show, okay, because of the condition that it's in. But let's open up this right here and I'll show you guys my worst unboxing, at least productivity wise, ever. Before we move on to the unboxing, yeah, I wanted to talk about this book because you know I'm a huge fan of this series, man. Very simple story, really. If you read all the books, it's a simple story, but it's suspenseful, it's intriguing, and it has a great character. All brings it out to a magnificent series. Now, number 21 introduces a new face, a new character to the story. Her name is Gabby. I don't know where they're going to go with Gabby. But, yeah, it's kind of almost like the same story as Erica. But it looks like Gabby might be a little bit older than Erica was when it happened to her. But look at the artwork here, man. And this is what you get throughout the entire storyline, you know. Stuff like this. I mean, this is This is what we were talking about with Will Eisner and the splash pages that he would use. Beautiful, just a beautiful layout. Almost looks like you could go into that bar, you know. Nice little bar in a small town. Yeah, you get a real good feel for that world, you know. I'm assuming that the print run on this is probably going to be 100,000, possibly more. I thought maybe they were going to come out with a 1 in 50, 1 in 100, but so far it's a 1 in 25 and a 1 per store plus the store variants. I didn't go after any one of them. I don't know where they're going to go with her, but I do know that a lot of the variants for Something's Killing the Children have dropped in price. So when you get them graded, you might, you know, it shouldn't be for monetary value. Let's put it like that. Not for the variants. I'm specking hard on the number ones, and I keep buying number ones actually. Some more are going to be coming. I wonder if I have a number one in here. I might have a number one coming in here also. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was this one, but all right. Just saying, man. This story continues to be a hit with me. You know. This character is only less than 3 years old. Less than 3 years old. Now, her number one has taken a small step back as well. And you're seeing number one cover A's going for like $700 to $800 now. They could still go down even more, maybe. Could it be a $500 book soon? It's not out of the question. At some point, I'm thinking I'm gonna start buying them and just. I mean, I've been hoarding them anyway, and start buying them in quantity again, depending on how low they go. But this is the kind of book that you guys want to spec on for a speculator, right? Because it's a great book, and it's something that has a future no matter what, you know, and it has a big fan base. So, all right, let's get to this. Now, I'm not just specking on that, I'm also holding it. This is a PC. This is a PC book. Even 21 is a PC book because it's going to go on my reads. All right. Let's open this up. All right, so maybe I had my expectations just a tad high on these, right? 9 out of 25. When you see these books, 9 out of 25 is not so bad at all, right? Of course, you want more than that, but these books are 20, some of them 30 years old. Okay, so the fact that I got 9/8 on 9 of them is a good, all right? Impressive Comics did do a great job on these, and now I know that the other 16 books, maybe they're not 9.8s, but who knows? Maybe they will be, and that was the objective. The objective is grading is subjective, so maybe I'll look them over, the 16 that didn't make it, and see if maybe I can improve it. Maybe take an eraser and if it has a little bit of crud or something, take it off somehow or find a way. I don't believe they're going to need any more pressings. But I will resubmit most of the 16 that came in here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's go to unboxings now. Unboxing to showing them. There's gonna be, I sent 5 amazing Spider-Man 365s out of the 10 books that I bought for the Solid Spec Project. Now, I said that success would have been 3 9.8s, okay? Success was 3. I sent 5 to get pressed, cleaned, and pre-screened because I thought they were that good, right? So that's one success. These were all direct, okay? That's one. Two, direct. Three, and these were some of the bigger books that I sent, if they got 9/8, of course. But 4, I got a total of 4 out of 5 in a 9.8. The heck was that? I'm gonna have to make sure nothing's broken. Okay, so 4 out of 5 in a 9.8. That's not too bad. I mean, that is what I call already a success. If I would have gotten only these 4 books out of this entire thing, it would have still been successful. 4 out of 25, because these are right now, even though they kind of took a little bit of a hit after the trailer, because there's nothing been shown on him, you know, since that trailer in what was it, the Super Bowl. It's coming this what, August, or definitely this summer, right? It's coming. So this book will get hot again. It will get hot again. I might sell 2, maybe send 2 out next week, because they are, like I said, I'm not holding those. I do have newsstands on that. So 9/8. This one, oh man, look, man, I sent, I think 7 or 8 of these, and only 1 came back at a 9.8. These though, I purchased these straight from the newsstand. So, and that was back in the day, you know, when they first came out. I took, so these cost me cover price when they first came out. So that's a win. This one's a win. This is the second printing Comic Mint edition of Wave from War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas. And I got me a second copy of this one right here. And then this is the first Swordmaster. I might send one out to get sold now. I'm not sure if this is the right time to sell this book, though. I don't think it is. I might hold on to it, you know. I gotta see. More than likely I'll hold on, because I have 2 now of that particular issue. Oh, this book. Look, man, you gotta see this. This is freaking pretty. I was even thinking of maybe keeping one. I don't know why I didn't go heavy on this. I should have probably went with 10 of these instead of just going with 3. The other 2 came back at 9.8s. This one didn't, but because I've done so well on them on auctions in my comic shop, I put them on auctions, and yeah, they've reached almost $200. One of them, $175 and over $150 on the other one. You could see why. I mean, look at that, man. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna sell it though. This is Deadpool number 13, and this is the Grana Virgin edition. I think this was this Unknown or Unknown? Yeah, Unknown Comics exclusive. Yeah, great book. It's been a great book for me, even though I've only got 3 of them. And then here you go, Jaguar Chakotay. Okay, now Jag, I've sent you different, if you're even watching this, man, and if you're even watching this, I've sent you different messages. I don't know if you're interested in the A-OK I have for you. If you're not, just let me know, man. That's fine. If it's like kind of like weird, but yeah, nah, just let me know. But if you are interested, I just have some Batman reads for you. Jaguar, this is the only reason why I went after this book, man, is because I saw it in Jaguar Chicolt's one of his spec videos, and I agree with him 100% on it. I went heavy on this. This is now my third 9.8. I'm honestly not even sure that I'm going to leave this in the Spec Project. I'm really not sure about it. I might keep this for myself, because for that Spec Project I bought 5 extras, and maybe if I get 9.6s I'll sell the 9.6s, but I might keep this one as my third 9.8 now of Jaime Reyes. Blue Beetle. Yeah. Hey, it doesn't even have his name here. Just first appearance of the new Blue Beetle. That's all it is. That's all it says. But this is Sholo is going to be playing him from Madurena. I still don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Madurena. All right. That's it. And then let's see what didn't make it. What didn't make it. Oh, and yes, for Jaguar. Thank you, my friend. I think you were spot on this book. And yeah, if you want the AOK, and it's not big books, man, it's just Batman reads, Spec Collector 1C at gmail.com. Okay. Let's open these up. Okay, so here's my misses, right? This is one of the 5 that I sent in. Luckily, 4 of them came back as 9.8s. I looked at the back of this one already. It has a little bit of dirt still in the back. I'm going to see if I can erase it and send it back. Will not get pressed again though, but it will be sent back after I see what I can do with it. This is the second time I sent this one in. I sent this in as a pre-screen 9.8. I think they keep failing it because of that right there. I think they're seeing like a color rub on that. I'm gonna send it in. I'm gonna see what I could do about that. I just keep thinking that that's part of the book though, but I don't know. This is a good book to have though, I'll tell you. For Magic the Gathering, Chandra, this has a big first appearance on there. Alright, Wolfman. I sent 2 of these. Both of them failed again. These are 2 that I also sent on pre-screens as well, and then now I had them pressed. I'm gonna send both of those in to get to, you know, after I look at them, but they won't get pressed once again. Now this right here, I know for a fact I did not send this book like that. There's no doubt about it that I would have sent the book with that much damage. So I think there's either got damage in transit to Impressive Comics or in transit to CGC. All right, the rest of them look pretty decent, but you look, what could be a 9.6 to some graders, I think that gets graded by 3 graders, could easily one day be 9.8. So more than likely the other 6, look, because I sent 7 of the first prints, the other 6 actually look pretty decent to me, so I might send them in, but that won't be anytime soon. Okay, but I'll look them all over really well. And then these were big time disappointments for me, man, because these are other books that I sent in as pre-screens and failed, and then now even after pressings they fail. Those were 4 of them. Early appearances of the Blue Marvel. I say early because this was 2015. He had appeared in the Ultimates team prior to this, though. Prior to this, I think it was in I want to say 2013 2014. But this is also the first appearance of Io, which I can care less about. All right, and 4 of them failed a 9.8, and I sent 2 of these. This is 2 of the 5 that I bought recently for Infinite Crisis, and I looked this one over and it looks really nice. So this will be sent back over again once I give it a good thorough look through. Yeah, you know, I get a second shot now, and this will be a permanent shot now. Once I send it back in, I'll get a second shot at a 9.8 when I choose to send it back in. All right, let's look at the numbers here. All right, so here is the numbers. Sent it out to Impressive Comics in a box that I think I sent 4 submissions to him. $10 per submission. I put it in January 10th, so I didn't get these books back in bad time. These are actually really good time. He charged me $346 for 25 books. That comes out to $13.84 per book for the pressing fee. For the 9 books that came back today, graded, $124.56. So whenever I send out those other books to CGC to get graded, I will add a $13.84 charge, $13.84 charge to it for the pressing fees, but they will not be pressed again. CGC fees were $221, the most ever for me per book for CGC, because of the $8 the rejection fee and only 9 getting graded. So anyway, combined, that's $221 for CGC, $124.56 from Impressive Comics, $10 shipping to Impressive Comics. That comes out to $355.86. Divided by 9.8 comes out to $40 almost per book, $39.54 per book. We're going to call it $40 per book, right? Was it worth it? $40 per book? Yeah, it was worth it. Reason it was worth it is because of the 4. Well, you know what? Let's look at them. Let's look at them one by one. Now, some of these books have dropped in price. Like, say, this used to go, I think, for over $200. It is now probably $100 to $125 book. However, I didn't buy these books to sell them today. I've bought these books to hold, right? These are specs, so I'm holding on to this. It's a it's not a book that comes around a lot, and it's a beautiful cover, and it is wave. Okay, so let's say this is the lowest out of all of them, right? Probably $100 to $125. This is the second lowest, and I don't even know why. This will probably go for about maybe $150, maybe $150 for this book if I were to sell it, which it's really nothing. I do have one on my comic shop right now. I think I got it for $150 and it hasn't sold, but those are the 2 lowest. So you're looking at, I don't know, 200 to 270 probably for both of these. If I go 120 and 150, that's probably at least 150, because that's the least that I've gotten from for that. This one came down in price as well. It's kind of weird because it depends on when you're selling it, who's looking at it. Because I've seen this go for $250 and I've seen it go for $500. This is not the time to sell it though. So I'll wait till he shows up, because you know he's going to show up in one of these series, especially when they got Daredevil coming back, and more than likely they're gonna bring back Power Man, Luke Cage, that is, and they're gonna bring Iron Fist back. Not that Iron Fist, but this Iron Fist. This book is a hold for me because I'm really high on Jaime Reyes. So thank you again, Jaguar Chicolt. That, by the way, goes for, I've seen it go again between $300 and even $500 for that book. So it varies. I think I've also seen it go for $250. Still, I only bought it. Well, I'll show you guys what I bought it for. And then, of course, this is the big one because 4 of them came back at 9.8. Right now, I can put this up for $350 and it will sell, but I'm not going to. Okay, we're gonna put this baby up at maybe $375. More than likely I'm gonna send 2 of them out and then keep 2 for a little bit later until I get more. Right? Hopefully I'll get more 9.8s. Not bad for the first 5, and 4 of them come back at 9.8s. Not so bad. Now, how much did we pay for this, right? This was the solid spec project for Amazing Spider-Man 365. 10 books, direct, $337. Just that was the price of the books. So I got back 4 9.8s on that. Let's say $350 a book. That's $1,400 for those 4 9.8s at $350 per book, and that more. I mean, everything else that comes back from Amazing 365 will already be in the profit margins anyway. I mean, 2 of these put me already in or close to the profit margins after the pressings. And, you know, more than likely, yeah, I'll probably be in the black with 2 of these for the 10 of them, you know, and then everything else is probably gravy, you know. Yeah, that's going to be a really big hit for me. Yeah, absolutely. And then Infinite Crisis, I bought those books. I put 2 of them up, even though I bought 5 extras, but it's $118 purchase price for the 2 books. 1 of them missed. Again, I'm still waiting on the other 5 to come back. I mean, on the other 3. Is it 3? Yeah, I think the other 3 to come back. Yeah. Even if I were to put $118 on 1 9.8, I still come out on top. So that's already been successful. And then these other books have not returned yet. But we'll see. And then hopefully these that I added on here, that's a huge one. AF-15 Cho. It's a huge one. Okay, it'll go to a Cho fan or a speculator. Alright, ending the video on 2 things. One, the reason I like the pre-screen after the pressing now is because there's certain books like this, for example. It's a great book, a beautiful book, a book that deserves to be higher, in my opinion. Hulk 340 and a 9.4 is still worth submitting. A 9.6 in a Hulk 340 and a is more than worth submitting, right? Obviously, it all depends on what price you get it for, right? These were purchased off a newsstand price, regular price, which was $2.25. I probably had a 10% discount at the time also, or a 20% discount. But anyway, yeah, it was worth submitting. But as you saw, $40 for the press, clean, and grading now. I would have absorbed it on this book. Instead, yes, I'm absorbing an $8 rejection fee, but it's going to be getting absorbed on those other books, that price. Not the entire grading fee that would have been on this particular book. There will be a time that this book will be worth sending in. There will be that time. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, at that moment, then I will send these in. So even if they come back in 9.4 or 9.6s, and who knows, might even come back as 9.8s. I actually took them out and checked them out. 6 out of the 7 rejects of the Batman 612s still look really good to me. Look in that border, 9.6, 9.8. All right. Last thing. I am going to be testing the waters on Comic Link. This will be going up for sale on Comic Link. This will be a 9.0. I don't know when it's going to go for sale, but I'm going to be sending this to Comic Link. I want to see if the collectors are interested in it besides myself. I want to see who's interested in it. And yeah, I think Comic Link is going to be the perfect venue for this. There's only one book that's higher than this at the present moment on CGC, and that's a 9.4. This is a 9.0 of the first Witcher based comic book in existence, and the first appearance of Geralt the Witcher, although he's just in the back of the comic book, but it's still his first appearance. Yeah, we're testing the waters, guys, so wish me luck on that. We'll see what this commands. We'll see if I'm right. Is it the right time to sell it? Not sure. I'm not sure. But The Witcher is damn popular, man. Real popular right now. Highest rated show, highest watched show on Netflix. We're testing the waters. I'll let you guys know when it goes up for sale. I'm going to be sending it to Comic Link this week. Later, my guys.